Okay, we ready? So we're gonna start. So first of all, find a comfortable seated position. Making sure your hips are higher than your knees. So if you need to sit on a block, a cushion, I'm using this. This makes it much more comfortable and easier to keep a straight spine. So make sure your head is on top of your heart and your heart on top of your pelvis. Just relax all the muscles in your face, your shoulders, your arms. And then let go of the day ahead. Let go of your to-do list, of anything that doesn't serve you. And now connect with your breath. So just simply notice it. Notice where it is, if it's in the chest or the belly. If it's deep or shallow, and even fast or slow, just notice it. And now take a nice deep breath in through the nose, into the belly. And then breathe out through the mouth. Big sigh of relief. And again, breathe in. And out. One last time. We're going to start with this short pranayama technique or breathing technique, which is called square breathing or box breathing. So we breathe in to a count of 4, we hold for 4, we breathe out for 4, and we hold for 4. So you can even imagine in your head making a square or a box as you count. So it's quite handy. So let's start. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carry on counting in your head and imagining you drawing that box or that square. Keep breathing in and out through the nose, into the belly. And maybe observe what happens when you breathe in or breathe out. And notice how the air is cool when it enters your nostril. And maybe you can notice how warm it is when you breathe out. Notice what happens when you pause your breath, and the difference when you pause after the in breath and when you pause after the out breath. Now do 2 more rounds. Once you finish the second round, just come back to your natural breath. Notice already the effect of this pranayama technique on your physical, but also mental and maybe emotional state. And then come back into your physical body and scan your body and look for areas of tension. And if you find any tension, release it now. And now fully back in your body. Set an intention for the class this morning. You may want to set an intention for the entire day, as we saw early in the day. So choose something that is relevant to you. It can be a word, a sentence, a mantra. And then just keep repeating this intention in your head throughout the class or throughout the day. It will help you keep you focused and manifest your intention. So now we're going to start with our first pose, which is supported fish. So you're going to need both your blocks, and you're going to use one to lie on top and use one to rest your head on top. So come and sit, place the blocks underneath you, and then you're going to gently lower yourself down on your block, and then extend the legs, and then bring the arms alongside the body. So make sure the block is placed properly so you don't feel any pain. So you need to find and maybe play around a little bit until you find it's in a comfortable position. And once you're in that pose and you're comfortable, relax all the muscles. So starting by the toes and then the feet. Moving up your legs. Relax the spine, the arms. The muscles in your face. And now observe the sensations. Today we're really working simply on our well-being. You taking the time to practice an hour of Yin Yoga for your well-being. Today we're going to really target areas that allow us to release tension and therefore feel better in our body and in our minds. So remember to also focus on your breath. Needs to be the same throughout the class, long, deep and smooth. We breathe in and out through the nose into the belly. Come back to your breath. If you thought starts coming into your mind. Now you're going to roll onto one side and remove the blocks. Just come and lie down flat on your back into your corpse pose. And just take a moment there to already observe the effect of this first pose. How it feels in your back, in your chest. And now bend the knees. And make sure you've got a block nearby. You can grab. So push with the feet, lift the hips and place a block underneath your lower spine or your tailbone. So make sure it is placed in the right place. Again, take your time. We want you to be really comfortable. Try to keep the knees in line with the hips. If you keep the knees bent, arms alongside the body, palms facing up. You can go deeper into this pose if you want to by extending the legs. So it's entirely up to you. Remember, listen to your body, and we all have different bodies. So once you find your edge, on a scale of 0 to 10, it's a 4, between a 4 and a 5. So you're still feeling sensations, but not too intense. So once you find your edge, just stay still, hold the pose. And again, scan your body now, looking for sensations, starting maybe from the toes or the top of the head. Slowly scan your body and observe what happens in this pose. Observe your breathing. Make sure it's still into the belly. Observe if you have any thoughts. And when you have thoughts, just observe them. What are you thinking about? Is that useful to you for your well-being? If it's not, let these thoughts go. Come back to your intention. Making sure you're really comfortable on your block. Now extend both legs towards the ceiling to come into fountain pose. So coming into a gentle inversion. Just keep the legs relaxed. Try to keep them above the hips. And observe the tingling that's happening in your feet, even maybe in your toes, your feet, in your legs. This is your blood going back towards your heart, flowing back down. Inversions are great for relaxation because it kicks in the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest. Basically tells your brain that everything is okay and you can relax. So what else can you observe in this pose? What are the sensations? Keep observing your breath. Now you're going to gently bend the knees and place the feet back on the mat, slowly. Push with the feet and then remove the block. And again, lower your spine one vertebra at a time. Extend both legs on the mat, coming back into corpse pose. Observe the effect of this last pose. And now roll onto one side. Remember to move mindfully. The transitions are as important as the poses. And then extend. Actually, you're gonna extend the left leg in front of you. Bend the right knee and place the right foot against the left thigh. I'll put my jacket back on. I'm a little bit chilly. And then you can either fall forward over the left leg. If you want, you can use your blocks. Place them on the inside of the left leg and rest your forehead on top of your block. Maybe you need one, maybe you need two, a cushion, bolster, whatever you have. And then rest the forehead, bring the arms on either side of the left leg with the palms facing up. Once you find your edge, or the height for your head, I always say take your time. Yeah, great, Vicky. Great use of the bolster. Just now fully relax. So relax all the muscles in your back, in your neck. Let your head be really heavy. And scan your body, looking for the sensations. Keep observing your breath as well. Think about your intention. And I turn the hands against the mat to push against it, to lift the chest up. Extend the right leg in front of you. We're going to go straight onto the other side. Bend the left knee. Place the left foot against the right thigh. Maybe you can leave your props. Maybe you're going to need less. Maybe you're going to need more. We always have a different side. So test. See if that feels comfortable enough for you. If you find your edge. And once you find it, just relax all the muscles. Relax muscle in your back, in your neck. Again, your head is really heavy. Remember to relax your arms, your legs. And now pay attention to the sensations. And maybe the sensations are different on this side. So we all have a dominant side. So maybe it's easier, maybe it's a little bit more challenging on this side to find your edge. You should still be at a 4 and a 5. And once you find your edge, just completely relax in the pose. Scan your body. Look for the areas of tension or sensations. And where you feel the most sensations, just breathe into that area. Remember to keep observing your breath as well. And then turn the palms of the hands against the mat to push and lift the chest up. Just extend both legs in front of you. Observe the effect of this pose on the right side and the left side. And now open your legs wide to come into straddle. Remove the flesh out of the way so the sit bones are in contact with the mat. So again, you can either use your bolster placed in front of you or your blocks. And then you're going to gently fall forward, so walk the hands in front of you and then come into a forward fold. Take your time to find your edge. Bring the arms on either side of your block or your bolster, palms facing up. Let yourself melt in this pose. Relax the legs. Relax your back, your neck, your jaw. Completely relax. Remember, we never use the muscles in Yin Yoga. We're letting gravity pull us down. To target the fascias, ligaments, tendons. Maybe you can notice as you're staying in the pose, the sensation changes. Different sensation. Maybe you can even feel the release. Now turn the palms of the hands against the mat to push against it, to lift the chest up. You can remove your props. You can bring the legs in front of you. Just observe the sensation in your body when you, after being in this pose. And then slowly come into all four. Or tabletop, as we like to call it. And now bend the right knee and place the right knee behind the right wrist. Slide the left knee back to come into swan pose, or the one you know in Alpha as pigeon. So probably push the right foot to the side. Make sure the hips are level, so the right butt cheek is lifted. If you feel you can stay on your forearms in this pose, if you're too intense, you can always place a block underneath the right butt cheek to keep the hips on the same level. Maybe you need something a little bit thinner to rest on top. You can also use a block and place it in front of you and rest the forehead on top of your block. So really find again what works for you. Find your edge. So you should feel sensation but not too intense. And you should be comfortable. And once you find your comfortable place, just relax into it. So relax both legs, the right and the left. Relax your hips. Let them be heavy. Let the chest be heavy and the head. Gravity is pulling you down. And then observe the sensations. So when you think about your well-being, what comes to mind? Of course, Yin Yoga. Well, what else do you need to feel good, to be happy? Keep breathing into the belly. And on your next in-breath, lift the head up. Place the hands flat on the mat to push against it, to lift the chest and come back into tabletop. Take a moment here to observe the effect of this last pose. Notice the difference between the right and the left leg and hip. And now place the left knee behind the left wrist, coming onto the other side. Slide the right knee back. Make sure the hips are level. So again, if you need to place a block underneath the left butt cheek, do so, or a cushion, something to make sure the hips stay on the same level and that you can be comfortable. When you're ready, lower on your forearms and relax in this pose. So you'll be pleased today, we're not doing dragon. We'll stick with pigeon or swan pose. So again, maybe you can notice a difference between the right and the left side. And just notice, don't judge, don't try to understand. Just keep relaxing, melting into the pose. And the more you do so, the more you benefit. Keep breathing into the belly. And now on your next in-breath, you're going to lift the head up, place the hands flat on the mat and push to lift the chest up. Bring the legs in front of you. Extend, or first of all, bend the knees to allow you to roll onto your back to come into your final pose of Shavasana or corpse pose. Extend the legs, let the feet drop to the side. The arms come alongside the body, the palm of the hands are facing up. The shoulder blades are flat on the mat. Keep your chest open. Maybe bring your chin a little bit in. Cover yourself with a blanket if you need to, so you can fully relax. So again, notice your breath. And now allow your mind to drift off and wander to the foot of a small, ornate, hand-built fountain. This fountain is the fountain of relaxation. It is built in a way that the water level is waist high and easy for you to access. Maybe there is a sculpture that the water comes out from, splashing down into the basin. Or perhaps the water just shoots up and out of the water in a beautiful way. However you see this fountain, just picture it really vividly in as much detail as you can. You notice that the water is crystal clear, and it even seems to glow with golden light. Place your hand to the side of the fountain and feel the way it is built and how sturdy it is. Now, dip your fingertips into the golden water and feel the profound relaxation it gives you in your fingers. You dip your entire hand in this healing water. And the pleasure that this water brings you is so wonderful that you must have more. So gather some in your right hand and splash it onto your left forearm. Gather some more and cover your upper arm and shoulder with this water. The moisture on your skin is glistening in the sunlight, similar to how diamonds reflect light. Now sit with this peaceful feeling for the next few minutes. Calmly breathe in peace and exhale all your worries. Enjoy the present moment, connecting with your inner self. Now slowly start coming back into the room. Notice the sounds around you, the smell, sensations on your skin. Maybe you can move your fingers and your toes. Bring your arms above your head, giving yourself a nice deep stretch. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, roll onto the right side using your hands as a pillow. When you're ready, and only when you're ready. Use your left arm to come back into a seated position of your choice. Bring your hands in prayer or namaste in front of your heart. So we're going to do a Om to end the class. So we're all going to breathe in. I'll tell you to breathe in, and then when we breathe out, we all be chanting Om. So take a nice deep breath in to chant. Thank you, ladies. And see you again very soon. Namaste.